Yes, we are all there. Welcome to this amazing What's New of Apps for Tableau. We have a really great agenda with customers, PVH, Pfizer, and we have two Tableau visionaries in this meeting. So really great to see what our customers of PVH and Pfizer are doing with our extensions. And Klaus will tell you all about SuperKPIs updates, and Merlin, of course, will tell you even more about innovation. So let's go to the agenda. There we go. So Sarah will tell you about all about PictureThis. They use PictureThis in a really cool way, and they even developed new possibilities with it, which you will see in this session. Dan is having a great use case about WriteBackExtreme and ScrollyTelling together. Klaus will tell you all about what's new in SuperKPIs. Is really going viral around the world at the moment. And Merlin will tell you all about our new extension, HierarchyFilter, and some other updates. Before we jump to that, we really like to show you our new trailer.
Supercharge Tableau with game-changing write-back capabilities, powerful visualizations, and self-service analytics for everyone. The apps for Tableau solutions take your analytics to the next level. Discover and share insights in a way that was not possible before, like using process mining and custom visuals. Enrich your data with write-back possibilities directly in your dashboards and save time. Enable everyone to understand data without prior knowledge. All apps for Tableau solutions are deployed in a governed and secure way with your preferred infrastructure. Do you want to find the hidden gems in your data? Request a free trial or book a demo.
Yes, that was it. Really exciting times are coming. Tableau Conference 2023 is coming in May. We go there with a team of about 10 people. We have a booth there, so we're really excited to see all of you there. So let's do a short poll. Who will see you at Tableau Conference? Will we see you there? Some yes, some no's. Cool. It's also online, of course, but always good to be in person there. Thanks. There we go. So it's showtime now. The first speaker will be Sarah of PVH, who will show some amazing use cases about PictureThis. Sarah, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you for the invite. It's a pleasure to be here. I started to share my screen also. So my name is Sarah Venancio. I'm a product owner at PVH in the Analytics and BI department. Today, I'm going to explain you how we are using PictureThis in the retail business, in the fashion business. So PVH is the parent company of Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger. In PVH, teams are responsible for designing, developing, selling thousands of products across multiple seasons. And for that, because we are in the fashion business, we are very visual people, and having good images, product images next to the KPIs, next to the sales was just really key for us. So what I'm going to show you is how we did it and our use case. So in terms of the use case, we started with being unable to display multiple images in one single Tableau dashboard. What that meant was that in order to visualize the images, the process was very manual, time-consuming, so teams were spending more time on data preparation than the necessary time on decision-making. So in the end, the data analysis process was not really friendly for the decision makers. For that, we have implemented PictureThis, and here are some of the achieved results. by using PictureThis. So we saved hundreds of hours across multiple associates, but also multiple teams. We have now more time available because the users don't need to care about preparing the reports, preparing the insights. They have more time available to analyze, and then to drive the decisions. We were able to then discontinue a lot of the manual Excel reports that were being used to drive the imagery. And on top of that is bringing us more flexibility. So it's not only replacing manual processes, but it's on top adding more flexibility, more functionality for our users. So we have sort options. We can see from top performers, bottom performance. And just really the cherry on the cake is that our developers find it really simple to configure and also flexible. And I'm also going to show you how they even took it even further and started to develop their own code. But what I really want to show you today is a demo. So presented you the use case, and now I'm going to also show you how it looks like in practice. So I'm going to focus on how we are currently using it in our dashboards, in one of our dashboards, and also what's new. So things that we have been working in collaboration with apps for Tableau, and new features that I think are very exciting. So for that, I'm going to jump to the Tableau side. The first view is one of the most viewed in some of our dashboards. Is basically top seller view. You can see already here that it allows for flexibility on ranking, if you want to rank it by value, by quantity, etc. Here, the configuration that you see in the PictureThis is the card layout. But you might notice that it does look a little bit different, maybe from the card layouts that you have used or that you have tried. And that is because, well, our developers in PVH have done an amazing work also on working on an HTML code. So using the HTML configuration box where you can write your own HTML code. And that's what they have done here. In terms of formatting, basically. So here we have defined the color, the size of the text for the name of the product, the style code, so the product codes, and also some attributes. And one really interesting feature, which we now have also been working on in collaboration with Apps for Tableau, is that when you move over the picture of the product, you either see the front picture, or when you move over, you see the back picture. So here I can also do it with this sweater, that you see the front picture and the back picture. And this is also going to be something that it's coming up. Then another use case that we have, and this is something that we are right now in the process of testing, because it's a different use case. So in the other one, we have the top products. We see what are the best performances by quantity, by value, etc. And on this one, it's a different use case. So we have one product, and that product could be available by different colors. And here, what we are testing, again in collaboration with Apps for Tableau, is the grouped functionality. That we can see certain grouping of attributes on the product level, and then we also see the small images on which colors are the products available. For this, I have used a card layout with a table layout. And that was what I wanted to share in terms of the use cases for PictureThis. We are also always on the lookout for the new apps that are being developed, including also exploring the functionalities of WriteBackExtreme. But for that, I will hand back to Richard.
Great story, Sarah. I loved it. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, and you told WriteBack. I know you explore WriteBackExtreme, which is also the link to Dan, because he has a really cool use case on with WriteBackExtreme together with ScrollyTelling. So Dan, let's tell us about it.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard. My name is Dan Sofron. I'm part of network performance and development team in Pfizer global supply chain. And today I will show you a use case for WriteBackExtreme and ScrollyTelling in the same dashboard. Let me share my screen. Okay, so my story with WriteBack extension started 3 years ago when I was looking for a solution to improve the monthly performance evaluation process in the EMEA region. We have somewhere in 100 countries, more than 100 countries, from where monthly we had to collect information, different system from which we had to extract updated information, to consolidate it into files, and those files we had to share with different stakeholders and different metric owners to get inputs related to drivers and root causes, and finally to put together a PowerPoint presentation to have a base for discussions during our meetings. We had all the data in Tableau. The only thing that was missing was the collaboration part, the ability to edit the data and to provide comments directly to Tableau. 3 years ago, I participated in the evaluation process of the info topic extensions, and I immediately identified the solution to all my problems. So using WriteBackExtreme and ScrollyTelling, I managed to create a new process for the monthly evaluation of the performance in the region. I eliminated all that complicated process and replaced with a tool in Tableau where all those involved have access and can collaborate efficiently. I did this by using ScrollyTelling and the WriteBack extension. I'm using ScrollyTelling to change the view and the level of detail for each dashboard. The extension, it's linked to each dashboard using different parameters and different filters, and selecting each tab change the level of details in the dashboard. WriteBack extension, it's linked to each dashboard the same, using several dashboard elements, which allowed comments, root causes, and action plan to be created down to the smallest details. So, for example, we can assign a root cause, we can create an action plan for a market, for a sub-business unit in a market, and then we can escalate the action plan or the root causes to up to the regional level. The best part is that we can access historical data and follow up on previous actions with a single click. How WriteBack extensions improved our work? First, improved our teamwork. Increase the data accuracy, having multiple user updating the data in the same time, the risk of error now it's reduced. So this lead to increased accuracy. It streamlined the workflow. The collaboration module eliminates the need of manual updates and reduce the need for multiple versions of the same data, streamlining workflows and reducing the confusion. But the most important thing is that we saved more than 200 hours across organization on a monthly basis to collect and to consolidate the data. And also we reduce time-consuming email threads or back and forth revisions. Unfortunately, I cannot share I'm not allowed to share the live version, but if you are interested in details, you can contact me anytime. Now, we are exploring the option to use KPI cards for our project, to consolidate all the visualization in a single one, or, one or two visualization.
Yeah, that's
it.
really great, Dan, how you explored WriteBack together with collaboration. Really cool to hear. Also how it's expanding at Pfizer. Plus that you, of course, are looking at using SuperKPIs and did some tests already with it.
Yeah.
And one of our main men at our SuperKPI product is Mr. Klaus Schulte, our one and only Tableau visionary of Germany. So Klaus, maybe you can tell something about what's going on with SuperKPIs.
Yeah, thank you, Richard. I love to do that. Exciting to see the amazing use cases from Dan and Sarah. And I'm also happy to talk about SuperKPIs. We brought that product to life last year, and we had some great experiences with our customers last year and also this year already. And we learned a lot from our customers. We saw the amazing use cases they are having with SuperKPIs, and we will include these solutions in our second version of SuperKPIs, which will be available very soon in the second quarter. So we're working on it. And I'm happy to give you a preview of what you can expect from SuperKPIs in the upcoming quarter. So what will be new? Like I said, we've seen great use cases from our customers, and the first thing we did was to simplify the template a little bit. So we had different templates for different mark types, and we brought all together and simplified it in a way that all use cases can be done from just one template. For example, combining multiple of the mini charts, what we call them, so Spark graphs, Spark bars, Spark lines, into one template. There will also be new layouts, new designs, like you're used to be or used to see them in the first version. Again, more data-driven layouts, data-driven designs that you can just select from a parameter. I think the most important thing we will share very soon is our solution gallery. So we've seen the amazing solutions our customers have created with SuperKPIs, and we are happy to share them with you. And I will look into that in a minute in my demo. We've also seen different navigation solutions that people use with SuperKPIs, and we will also share that as part of our solution gallery. Then our KPI cards often are targeted at executives, and executives tend to consume them on mobiles, on apps, on iPads, on iPhones, and our solution gallery will include predefined layouts for mobile devices as well. Another thing that will be new is that we are working, and we found solutions for published data sources. As you might know, we deliver our SuperKPIs templates with a secondary data source that holds the layout data. And we found now a solution that will make SuperKPIs also possible with published data sources and no additional data sources needed. Still everything all native Tableau. So everything you love and know from Tableau is usable with SuperKPIs as well. And again, all our efforts are mainly directed to further shorten the time to go live. And you will see that in my demo. And with the solution gallery, the time to go live will even be shorter than it is now. Okay, let's look into one of the solutions that will be available. So we've prepared this one, a pure KPI dashboard with different cards. And our solutions will come with a scenario. So for example, this solution is based on this scenario here. We have a dynamic set of KPIs. So for example, here we have the navigation with different social media platforms, Google as well. And when you use this navigation, you will see that each of the platforms has different KPIs, and the KPI dashboard is able to rearrange the cards and to always show the cards in the correct way. I imagine doing that in the native Tableau way, that I think would be a nightmare. And with our SuperKPIs technology and way of showing it, it's super easy to deal with this dynamic set of KPIs. Then in this scenario, all KPIs are pre-calculated. So there are prep workflows that run beforehand and calculate all the KPIs. So we are showing here data on row level. There might be other scenarios where you want to aggregate in your dashboard, and we will have solutions for that as well. Then the data structure, KPI names are in rows, period calculations are in rows, and we have values for the current period, for the prior period, for target, for variances as specific columns in the data source. You might also notice different formats for different KPIs, so that's also possible here in this scenario. We have currencies, we have here times, we have percentages, and these are all calculated and shown here on the dashboard. And then we will have some recommendations about the data source. So in this scenario, we have some mandatory fields like the KPI, the period name, and the values, and some fields for the dynamic number formatting. This could also be calculated in the workbook, but we like to do that also beforehand. And each solution will have a preview what the data structure will look like, so you can browse our solution gallery, see the data structure, and exactly know which solution could work for you. Okay, then when you get that solution, there will always be a version that is disconnected from our sample data, like this one. So we just see one empty card, an empty navigation, and you can use this disconnected version of the solution to connect your data. And this is what we are going to do now, and that's the most fun part. So you see everything, as always in our solutions, is just one sheet. And we will ship our solutions with temporary data. So from the solution you've seen, we've created dummy fields that are currently implemented in the view. And I've then connected to my new data source. In this case, prepared a data source on some Superstore KPIs. Could be any KPI data that follows the structure that I just introduced. Yeah, and that is what you see here at the bottom. There are the fields from my new data source that I connected. And to get this to life, we are now replacing references from the temporary data to the new data. I have fields for accuracy, for decimals. That's part of the dynamic formatting, for favorability. Let's find them and replace them. Then the most important one is the KPI field, so the column that holds the KPIs, and this will unfold the cards that we want to see. Then there is a navigation at the top. I want to do that with a field from my data source, which is the category field. And then there will be a period name as well in my new data that holds, for example, weekly data, last 4 weeks, last 8 weeks, year-to-date data, whatever period calculation you use in your organization. And then there is a date field as well for the mini charts. I think I called it week in my new data source. Yeah, that will let the mini charts appear. I also prepared a prefix, a $sign, for example, to be used. I prepared different signs to be used, for example, a minus or brackets with currency, for example. There will also be a prefix and a suffix. This one here. And the last one is the suffix, for example, the percentages, or a K when I'm working with K,000 euros, for example. And last thing to replace is then the value. So I have a current week value in my new data source. I have a prior year value in my data source. That's that one. And I also have a variance in my new data source. Yeah, you see, like that, following the scenario that I've just described, I will be able to create this KPI dashboard in really no time. We have now the navigation with my dimension that I wanted to use for it, furniture, office supply, technology, and I can change the colors. I can play a little bit with the icons to just get the layout and the look and feel that I want to have. Yeah, everything is parameterized. For example, changing the metric from weekly levels to last 4 weeks is just a finger. It's just a click, a change of a parameter. And this is what we mean when we say the time to go live is really very short with these kind of templates. Okay, that's already it. So we're super excited about the new things we're working on. If you're considering super KPIs, let us know about your specific scenarios. We are really happy to work on the solutions for you as well, and to build something that is really easy and fast usable for you.
Great, Klaus. Thank you for this amazing update. If people have questions, they can use the Q&A. Jana also put in the chat some links to our website if you need more information. But this really looks great. We have a little bit more innovation for you. So let's go to our other Tableau visionary, the only one in the Netherlands for a lot of years already, and that's our own Mr. Merlijn Buit.
All right. Well, how can I make this an even better session but I will try it anyway. So thank you everyone for joining, and I want to show you something I'm really proud of and have been working on with the team for the last period. And it is based on an idea from the Tableau ideas section. This right here. It's called a hierarchy filter. And this is an idea opened 10 years ago by this person, and it has 3.9K points at the Tableau idea form, which is quite high, very high actually. And the person was describing that it would be super handy in Tableau to have a filter which is holding multiple levels of data in your data set. So for example, a product category, a subcategory, or maybe a region and something else, all in one filter. And that would reduce the amount of filters in your dashboard. It would make filtering way easier. You could easily filter between different levels. So yeah, a great use case. And then at some point last year, Russ Golden from Tableau contacted me, and he said, Merlin, I think we can do something together because I have a good use case for this. And would you like to build an extension out of this idea and make it a reality? So that's what we did. And it is in the Tableau Exchange already. And I want to give you a demo of what it is doing and what you can do with it yourselves and how you can get started with it. So let's open Tableau. Let's give it in the demo mode. Right here we go. And what you can see is a Tableau dashboard. And this is just a normal Tableau dashboard as you were probably used to it. So on the left, we have all the filters and we have some graphs on here. And as you can already see is that we have quite some filters. So if I want to filter on a specific subcategory, I have to do something like this. And then I can go into my manufacturers, which are over there. And then, okay, I'm filtering at Binny and Smith. But what if I also want to look at a different manufacturer from a different subcategory? Then I would have to, yeah, what should I do? If I go here, okay, I can maybe select bookcases. Then I get a long list here already, so I have to find it again. And it's quite tedious to do, especially when you're using the only relevant values functionality in filters, which makes it for the end user more user-friendly, but also harder to filter across different levels in your data set. So a lot of filters, and I have to, if I want to search something, I'm not sure in which dimension it is, so in which filter, I have to go through everything and say, okay, is this the copiers? Yes, this is copiers, but maybe I also have something of copiers in the manufacturers. No, okay, not in this one. So maybe I have to put this one to all again and then start searching again. No, still not. Okay, the point is we can make this easier, and that's what we do with the hierarchy filter. So let's open it up. Same dashboard again. And I have to set my filters back because they're connected to the same dashboard. So let's do it like this. All right, here we go. Same dashboard, but now you only see one filter on the left, as you can see right here. And this is the hierarchy filter. And this is a fully interactive extension. So as you can see, this is level 1 in my hierarchy. It's the category, and I can just click on one of the hierarchy levels, for example, office supplies. And the dashboard is already filtering on office supplies. Well, that's quite easy, but I can also expand it, collapse these, and say I want to have a look at the art category inside my office supplies. And maybe I also want to look at envelopes, so I can command click and select 2 of them. But it's getting even better because I can also say, well, these 2 are my responsibility, but I'm also responsible for a certain subcategory in fasteners, for example. And then there it is already. And I can easily filter through all of my levels in any of the groups. So I can also go to furniture and say, okay, I want to also include maybe furnishings because that's also something I'm interested in. And as you can see, I'm drilling down my data, I'm filtering, and I don't have to hit a drop down. I don't have to hit little select boxes. I don't have to deselect and select again. It's all very, very user friendly. Let's clear everything and move back. All right, here we go. Well, that was quite easy. But you can also search. So what I just said, search for copiers. We can just hit copier and see what is all copiers. So if I type copier, I see all the different levels and then the values which is holding the word copier. So in this case, these are printers, for example, like this one and this one. So I can easily filter on those 3 printers if I want. But I could also filter on the category copiers right here. And that's already done. So extremely fast as a filter and super user friendly actually. So my question is, this is quite hard to set up probably, right? Well, it isn't. And I will show you right now how to do it. And the great thing actually is that you can do it after the session straight away, because what you can do is you can go to the bottom left of your dashboard and you can drag the extension element right in your dashboard. And you will see the hierarchy filter already right here. This is the free version. This one is in the gallery. It's hosted by us and you can add it straight away to your dashboard. Here you go. It's opening up the configuration. And from here you can do 2 things. You can either use dimensional data or recursive data. For our demo, we use dimensional data like most of Tableau data is. Well, let's close this one. This is about documentation. And we can say, okay, where do I want to get my data from? It's the hierarchy filter. What's my ID column? It's this one. And these are my fields in that little worksheet already. So let's add them. Hit next. Enable the mark selection. This is all optional. Let's just skip it for now. Show the search box and we submit. And we're done. That's it. And now you can start filtering. Well, that was quite easy, right? And that's also almost everything you need to do. The only thing you have to do is make that ID column, which the extension was showing, but that's it. And now you can play around with it. So this is an easy example with only 4 levels. And I also have an example right here. This is a beautiful dashboard showing a KPI, which is actually a count of numbers. And here we have an actual data set from a customer. but it has been masked. So this is fake data, but they have 11 levels of employee hierarchy, basically. So you have managers, sub-managers, 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 etc. And if you want to use it as Tableau filters and you want to search for a specific person, which is somewhere in your organization, well, that's going to be a challenge because you have to maybe find it here. So this is all anonymized data, as you can see, but you have to, maybe it's here, maybe it's there. I have no idea. So if you put it in a hierarchy filter again, you just get, let's load it up, a very easy extension where you can go from level 1 to level 2, level 3, go to level 4, and just say, okay, this is all, the names are the same, so it's a bit hard to see, but I think you get the idea that it's very easy to just click on any of these levels, maybe click on a level 1 and a level 5 and compare them to each other, for example, or filter. So that's about this extension. If you want to start using it, you can go to the Tableau Exchange and you can just add it to your dashboard straight away. It's right here. Support, of course, on our website. And yeah, I think that's the only thing I would like to say to you today. Back to you, Richard.
Yes, very good, Merlin. Very good. There are some questions in the Q&A. Maybe you can answer them there.
Okay.
About hierarchy filter. There's some interesting questions there. So it's good to have a look at. So thanks a lot, Merlin, about this amazing update, and again a new innovation. You see our new Dino on our website. So we also made some new branding. Maybe we will walk in a Dino costume at a TC. We don't know who's in there yet, but maybe Klaus will be in there. We'll see. But yeah, very good to have this session with all these customers. So thank you again, Sarah. Thank you again, Dan, and Klaus, and Merlin, of course, for this amazing update. Let's see when the next session is. Thank you all for attending, and have a nice day. So May 2nd, we see you again for new innovations. Thank you. Bye bye.